Hey guys, long time no drive. I'm kind of excited today because I'm trying out a new piece of equipment. It's the new GoPro Hero 7 Black. I think it's going to solve a lot of problems I've been having with doing videos, getting drone videos, stuff like that, and even these drive with bobs. I did make an unboxing video on it, which you may or may not see. For a couple reasons. Number one, I find unboxing videos to be boring, and I get sucked into them anyway. I watch them. But the thing is, how many times can you watch somebody unbox a GoPro Hero 7 or a Phantom or a Mavic and be really interested in it? Now, if it's something that's out there and not a lot of people have gotten their hands on it yet, yeah, it can be pretty interesting. And the second reason is I'm just terrible at making unboxing videos. I don't do a good job of it. And part of the problem is I never can get the right angles that I want with the equipment that I have. So this Hero 7 might just change that. If you've seen any of the reviews on it, it is very versatile. It comes with several different mounts, including what it's on right now, which is like a Gorilla Pod mount. Let me see if I can grab a quick picture of it. Okay. Also comes with a shorty stick that you can hook it onto and carry it around. Now this has got the hyper smooth stabilization in it. They say it's a gimbal killer, and from everything I've seen as far as video reviews go, it's not a gimbal killer. It's pretty nice though. I'm hoping any bounces you're seeing in this ride get smoothed out. Anyway, it's got these two sticks. I wander. It's got a clamp that you can hook the Gorilla Pod kind of stick onto, and then clamp it to tables or whatever, trees, branches, whatever you need to. And this should make the Drive with Bob videos easier, because before I was having to mount my Canon 80D or my Osmo on the side window. You can see a semi behind me that was trying to get over. I don't know if you can see that. He was trying to ease over into my lane. I'm not fond of semis. Anyway, it should make my Drive with Bobs easier. This way you're getting me straight on. I'm not having to turn and look. You're not having to look at the side of my ugly face anymore. You can look right at the front of my ugly face, which is the least you deserve, of course. So let's talk about the Firehouse Technology contest real quick. I've gotten a bunch of entries, but I think there's some of you who aren't really thinking about how these strobes could benefit you. They're not just for the professional drone pilot who has the 107.29 waiver. You may be one of those drone pilots who thinks sunrise and sunset is absolutely beautiful. Well, there's a period of time in there called civil twilight where you're allowed to fly a half hour before sunrise and a half hour after sunset, but only if you have lighting on your drone, which is visible up to 3 statute miles. So, and of course, these Firehouse Technology LED strobes they're awesome, they're fantastic, and I'm giving away 2 different sets of 3. So if you think maybe flying the civil twilight is something you might want to do, then go ahead and enter. The FAA has made some changes, and you better pay attention because this does concern you. It will affect you. The House and Senate just passed the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2018. They sent it to the president's desk, and he did sign it. It's more of interest to hobbyists than it is to Part 107, but they've done away with that section. I think it was 333, 363, that essentially said that they weren't going to regulate hobbyists. They wrote it into their legislation that they could not regulate hobbyists, and then they tried to regulate the hobbyists, made them register. You remember when you had to register your drone at the FAA site and it cost you $5? Well, there's one guy who got fed up about it, and he took him to court, and he stuck with it, and the court said, oh no, FAA, you can't try to regulate him. you wrote it in your own legislation that you couldn't regulate him. Well, if nothing else, the FAA is patient and the FAA is methodical. So they are now covered in this new Reauthorization Act, and I think it's around page 124. There's several pages. You are going to have to go back to registering your little drones. I'm not exactly sure if there is a underweight limit. There probably is, like there used to be. You didn't have to register it if it weighed under 0.55 pounds. I'll have to look and see if that's in there. And you will have to take a knowledge test. Yep, you heard what I said. It's not going to be like a Part 107 knowledge test, which is pretty difficult and you really have to study for quite a while for. It'll probably be more like the before you fly kind of test. What's the highest you can fly? Can you fly over stadiums when there's games going on? You know, stuff like that. But no, nevertheless, you're gonna have to take a test. They are working with the AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics, I think that's what it stands for. So good for them on that, because the AMA's been around forever and they have been the body for hobbyist flyers for quite some time. I am a little concerned about it because I watched a lot of video, of course, on YouTube, and I've seen many videos where people who are with the AMA or they fly and they belong to the AMA kind of see the drone hobby as a parasitic leeching hanger-oner thing, Johnny-come-lately, and a lot of them just don't really like the drones. So I'm hoping that's just a misperception on my part, and we will see. I think they're going to allow other organizations who fit certain criteria to also be a part of this. That would really help out. So anyway, I really need to do a whole video about this reauthorization bill. I really need to get down into the weeds on it, because let me tell you, there are some nasty alligators hanging around in them weeds down there. So anyway, see how I do going over these bumps, see how stable it is. I am almost home, and I really appreciate you riding along with me, taking the time to listen to me. If you would, please share this. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. There's nothing like a good share to really get the count on the video up. So you guys take care, and I'll talk to you later.